noise if you guys can hear it. Family. Today's video is about you support your own belief. So self-evident, if that makes sense. I don't know how I said if that makes sense, if I've said nothing to begin with. But you support your own belief in the sense of when you look at your life and you're like, oh, I've messed up, I'm a failure, you know, I was a mistake, parents shouldn't have had me, or I'm stuck to this addiction, I can't get rid of it. You look and you probe and you find things that make what you think true. You know what I mean? You find, it's like when you're having an argumentative essay, or that's the easiest way to say it, when you're having an argumentative essay, and it's like, all right, we'll find 3 truths to support find 3 things to support your claim. When you think negatively about yourself or negatively about a situation, you find those things. So that's why people say, a lot of the time, people who call themselves overthinkers, they're like, oh, well, I already saw this coming. It's because, yeah, you're sitting there thinking, and you're like, oh, I know this is gonna happen. So then you start getting uncomfortable with your significant other, and then you're like, oh, maybe they are cheating, why aren't they texting me back? And then you start going further and further, and then you start searching their phone, you start trying to figure out what they're doing when they're not talking to you, and then you either you find out that they do, or you find out they aren't, and now you look like the bad guy because you're interrogating and you're doing this and you're prodding your significant other's life for no reason. But it comes to the thing of what you believe in up here will show out here. So if I believe in my head, if my thoughts about myself are like, all right, well, look, maybe I don't know where I'm going in my life, I don't know what I want to do with my future, but I know I love myself enough, and I know that I will find the right thing to do, then me as a person, unconsciously, I will find things to prove that, because that's what I believe in. It's like religion. When people are like, oh yeah, I hear God's voice, or I see Buddha, or praise Allah, and they're like, yeah, I hear this and I see that and I do this, and it's because that's what you believe in. It's like Santa Claus, and it's the 24th of December, and you're like, I think I hear Santa Claus out in the living room. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, oh wow, I woke up and there's presents here. Like, it's that kind of thing. You believe so much in here that you find things to be true. So if you look so negatively on the inside, here and out here and up here, if you look negatively, you'll find negative, and you will I don't know what's going on with my hair. If you look for negative, you'll find negative. If you look for positive, you'll look for positive. Obviously, there'll be times when you look for positive and you find negative, and there'll be times when you look for negative and you find positive. I mean, don't ever look for negative. You always want to choose positive. But if you just look and you're like, oh, I'm a bad person. Now, you might not be a bad person, but if you continue to be like, oh, I'm such a bad person, oh, I do this, I do that, and it's so bad, I can't get away from it. And that's a really hard thing for me right now, is I can't get away from it. That quote, that wording, I guess. Because I can't get away from it. Then you find things and reasons why you can't get away from it. Like for me, I have a bad habit, and I know of this bad habit. I've gotten away from it before, but I've been trying to get away from it. And it teaches me both a lesson of persistence discipline, because eventually if I get it, then it will be discipline. I'll ask for the 3 M's. Wisdom. The wisdom will be to be able to withstand and withhold this thought pattern, addiction, whatever you want to call it, this negative energy. Then maintain, or sorry, not maintain, multiply. Wait, maintain. So it's manifest. I don't know where I got wisdom from. Wisdom's a W, but if I can get away from it and then I can use discipline to get away from it, then that's good. But the wording, I can't get away from it, it's like saying, oh, I can't do it. You immediately shut yourself down. And I've been trying to change my thought pattern about that, because for me, it's like, oh, I can't get away from it. And then next thing you know, I find myself doing it, or I find myself looking at that or doing this, whatever, whatever the situation is. And I'm like, well, here I am again. And then it's like, oh, I did it again, or oh, I'm doing it again. I can't get away from it. And then the next time, then I'm like, all right, well, I'm like, all right, I'm done doing this, that's my last time or whatever. And I come back to it. And I don't want to say come back to it, but like next time the situation arises, it's like, oh, well, I did it last time, so I'm definitely going to do it this time. I couldn't get away from it last time, so I won't be able to get away from this time. And see how that shoots it down? That's self-evident. I find what I believe in, I find evidence for. Self-evident. And that goes for you, If you're like, oh, I'm a rising drug addict, or writhing, whatever, and you're like, I can't get away from it, well, then you won't ever be able to. You have to want to change it up here. You have to feel the change in here. You've got to want to change it up here. You've got to feel the change in here, and it's got to change around you, like you as a perspective, because you never lose that part of your person. The person that does that thing, you only grow and change, and you learn to express yourself in a different way compared to that, if that makes sense. It's a weird topic, but it makes a lot of sense. Also, whoops. I also did workout, and started recording the video. But yeah, what you believe in is what you'll find. How you view things is the way you'll find things to prove how you view it. So just be intentional with how you think, be intentional with how you react, be intentional with how you perceive things. Be intentional with everything. Intentionality is more than key. Because patience is key, but intentionality is keyer. Also, I'll probably be posting some car content, because I will be putting modifications on my car. So there'll probably be a few videos of that. Alright, thank you guys for watching. As always, never stressing, always pressing. And that's true today. Was not stressing, and I'm pressing. The man who believes the journey is over has truly lost, and is worse than the man who knows to continue fighting. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Ciao.